So I think what can happen, they can rush you to hospital, put you on a lung machine.
Doesn't sound that appealing to me personally, but you know what? Whatever makes you happy.
So instead of alcohol, I drink a lot of this stuff. Not that I don't drink alcohol, but I'm trying to cut down.
It's 12 p.m. in the middle of the day, lunchtime. So instead of having a glass of alcohol, you're having a glass of sparkling water.
Cheers. Here's to alcohol.
The good news is, George, we've got our flights booked for Bali, and we've got 7 days of accommodation. And we've got, I think, 4 days in Tokyo booked.
We're part of a group called Boardroom. And what we do with them is we actually go to different places 3 times a year. And this year we're going to Tokyo, we're going to Hawaii and LA.
Okay, great.
Well, I am. I don't know what you're going to go to.
I'm definitely coming to Tokyo.
Tokyo is going to be great. I've always wanted to go to Japan. It's going to be exciting. There's one thing I want to try in Tokyo.
The pufferfish.
Yes, the pufferfish. I'm curious, people watching, I mean, would you do the pufferfish or wouldn't you do the pufferfish?
Is it the most poisonous fish in the world?
It's the most poisonous dish in the world. It rhymes, right? There's nothing more poison than this.
Right.
It actually stops your respiratory system. So it's a neurotoxin, then your lungs don't work. So I think what can happen, they can rush you to hospital, put you on a lung machine, and maybe make your heart beat or
Respirator.
something. Yeah, something like that. I don't know how it works, but you know, personally,
Doesn't sound that appealing to me personally, but you know what? Whatever makes you happy.
I want to get wild.
What's the appeal to you personally? Is it the danger? Is it the adrenaline rush?
One of my biggest goals is to live a long time.
Okay.
So the things that I do contradict that because I take a lot of risks, don't I?
There's a risk and then there's a calculated risk. So what I'm trying to figure out, clearly it's a bit of an adrenaline rush, right?
Okay, 1, it's the most dangerous dish in the world. 2, it's something that I've seen on TV when I was younger and thought, wow, that's so cool. I'm gonna get a good chef though. I'm not gonna get a shit chef, right? This is the sort of thing you don't want to skimp on price. You don't want to get bargain basement. I think 200 people a year go to hospital because of it. I don't know how many people die each year, but not many.
It'd be good to know those stats.
Not many. As a kid, I saw these different things. I thought I'd like to experience that. And pufferfish is one of them. I really much prefer experiences to objects. I wouldn't buy a Rolex because it's a Rolex. I like technology. I like buying things that help my life.
You like things that are like, got a purpose.
Yes, a purpose. But when it comes to experiences, that's where I want to spend my money. And one thing when I was a kid, I remember watching the Concorde. Right? And they're like talking about how expensive it was. And I was thinking, God, one day I'll be flying the Concorde. I knew that I would, but now there's no Concorde. So that's really disappointing.
They're bringing it back, apparently.
Yes, they're
So watch this space.
When they bring it back, Christina and I are going on the Concorde.
I've always wanted to go on the Concorde as well as a kid. Like when I heard about it, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Well, the funny thing is,
bring it on.
It was quite narrow and not very comfortable.
We digress.
Yes.
I've got no desire to do the pufferfish. We're going to Japan. I've got a desire to do many other cool things, like go to a sake bar, do like a day in the life of a samurai. There's so many cool things you can do there. So we've got a lot of travel on the cards for this year, which is very exciting.